So, I've heard it 1,000 times before coming from Christians. Well, Hitler was an atheist. If he was a real follower of Jesus, he wouldn't have done that. Well, go throughout history and read some history books first, because you probably haven't. Uh, go throughout history and look up how many wars have been started by religious acolytes or religious followers thereof, sorts of things. And I'm probably going to hear the excuse, oh, well, those books were written by atheists. No, those books were written by people who were non-biased. They didn't have, uh, you know, they're presenting historical fact um, without like any religious or non-religious belief as their um, platform of discussion or whatever. And what you're doing is you're pretending that your people have nothing to do with violence when in fact they are responsible for 90+% of every single war on earth, every single violation of human rights, 95% plus, every violation of personal space, 95% plus. Get your fucking nose out of the Bible. It's not a quote good book. It's not. It's not a good book. There's nothing good about it. The only thing good about it is that you could probably use it as a door jamb, or to prop up a leg on an uneven table. Other than that, it's just garbage. It's just a bunch of old world nonsense. And you should get over yourself and stop thinking that you're important because you join this group of people that agree with you. That doesn't mean a fucking thing. Scientists agree with each other, but only when the factual nature of the principles that they're proposing have been mulled over by the entire committee. Then it is accepted and understood by other scientists. But you want everybody to accept your Bible bullshit, your biblical garbage that's coming from Babylonia, or wherever the hell it comes from. I don't really even care anymore. I've read your stupid book 1,000 times over, and I don't want to read it anymore, and I really don't want to consider it. I don't want to even have the word good mixed in with the word book, because I can read 1,000 good books. Most of them are fiction because fiction is exciting. But the Bible is not exciting fiction. It's fucking stupid fiction, written by a bunch of babbling children, childlike minds of the primitive peoples of the earth, of the Middle East, actually, because they were pretty much the last of the truly, or what do you call those people, illiterate nations, you know, illiterate parts of the world. Truly one of the last. Besides talking about like deepest, darkest Africa, where like pygmy tribes have never been subject to written systems, and they're still carrying on oratory traditions till this day. But that type of illiteracy can be excused because those people at least change. When you're talking about Christians, you're talking about religious acolytes, they rarely change because their pastors and their preachers won't let them change. They steal their intellect by spewing garbage, pseudo-intellectual garbage, and they pretend to know what they're talking about when they really don't know what they're talking about. They just read it in a book, the good book. It's garbage. Garbage. It's all garbage, man. Just live your own life and step back for a second and listen to these assholes. Just for a minute. Listen to them through like a critical lens. Just stop with the Bible baby talk. Okay. You talk about like you come at us from 1,000 different directions trying to trip us up when we're talking to you about science, or we're talking to you about some form of science, we're talking to you about the nature of reality. You're always like, oh, well, It says right here in the Bible, blah, blah, blah. And then you're like, well, dude, forget about the Bible. Let's talk about evolution for a second. Oh, like evolution, it says in the Bible that evolution is the devil. It doesn't say anything about evolution in the Bible, actually. Nothing. It doesn't say that evolution goes against the Bible. It doesn't say that evolution doesn't exist. It doesn't say anything about evolution. The Bible is shit. When it comes to like modern knowledge, modern ideology, modern science, the Bible is shit. But that's all I got for you today. I just thought I would rant on the Bible being a bunch of garbage. So, well, yeah, and this was actually really, I mean, supposed to be a continuation to delusional insanity on the brink of violence. Because when we run out of proofs that we can use logically, via discussion, when words run out, the children, let's say the children of the Bible, will go nuts and they will hit other people. They will stop using words like big people and start acting like fucking babies and killing people, running wild in the streets, not too different from the Islamic crowd. But that was the point of that video, was to describe how childish your behavior is becoming as you're running out of logic. You're running out of intellectual capacity. You're running out of because it is an intellectual capacity. If you don't have one, you act like a fucking child because you're not critically thinking enough to be intellectual. So that was the point of this video. Anyways, if you watched, thank you very much. Comments, questions, likes, dislikes, whatever. Thank